Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
180.
Lamar off the play fake. This one's to Andrews outright. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Jackson now on 3rd. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Play action now with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch made by Mitchell. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back in the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Levis. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. On the play fake, it's Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Levis here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
Hey, come on.
They'll send him up the middle. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans finish off their opening drive. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans start off well to tie things 7-7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back-to-back carries here. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's the end of one. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. He's going to push one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give them about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Levis. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Levis throwing again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Walker hauls it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Report!
Give now to the running back. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
First down throw for Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the defender comes away with it. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. He's at midfield. 30. Gets the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, report. Finish it up.
Jackson trying again after the pick. Andrews with the catch. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. They gain 14. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands.
Report. You changed it. Sit up.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. But he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
He's got Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. It's inside the 10. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Now it's Lamar. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Lamar back to throw. And he finds him in some late points and the lead. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Throw left side, complete. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Looking for a target. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Levis. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Levis to the air now. Brought in by Burks. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 28. He completes it in traffic. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Titans will have a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Levis now on first down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Levis from the shotgun. He's trying to go deep again. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Play action now with Jackson. Buying some time right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Titans will get set to take over. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They motion a receiver left. On the play fake, it's Levis. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. Takes it in at the 26. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. Lamar off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. He's running with it. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
13.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Play fake, Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They go play fake with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
He's got it inside the 10. And he's down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's second and goal from the 6. They give it to him up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10. Levis now off the play fake. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
To throw again on second down, Levis. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Play action. Here's Jackson. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 is the 47-yard line.
Set up.
This set of downs starts with an option right. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens holding on to a field goal lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Let's go. Get hard.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up for the manageable 3rd and 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Get hard. Ready. Finish it up. Hey, hey.
They give it to him again. Flies past the 1st, inside the 30. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Levis. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Levis. Flush down out to his left. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Hey, middle. Yo. You at X. Hey, report.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hey.
Back to the well again. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Let's go. Get hard.
They'll run here from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Levis back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.